What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Vicky Truth, aka Miss Facts. And I'm back with another live, man. Who we got some stuff to get into. Yo, the internet has been crazy. YouTube has been crazy. Everything's just crazy, okay? But nevertheless, man, y'all already know how we gonna get into it. We definitely gonna get into it truth team style. I welcome everybody that's new to my channel, man. Make sure you like, comment, share the live, tell a friend to pull up, all that. You know, I'm starting to get a new wave of people. I get so used to my normal people that come, and when a new person is just, he be like, dang, here we go. Can they be like, well, why you do this and why you do that? Nevertheless, y'all already know how my lives get down. If you don't know, let me tell you, we definitely get into the business. We get into the trending topics, okay? And we get into it. So again, y'all, pull up, chill out. Without further ado, let's pop this thing off, right? Hookah, what it do?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Hookah Anonymous, and you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
Yo, what it is, what it do? What's up? How do I pronounce that to the public? What's up? Haven't seen you here before. Welcome in. Welcome in to everybody, man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Name been a little popping today. I appreciate it though. Much love to everybody, man. Shout out to 1090 Jake. If you haven't had a chance to hear us chop it up on Clubhouse in the wee hours of this morning, it was pretty neat to have that conversation. I'm gonna bring it up a little later because we definitely have to touch on the Ralo situation. Shout out to Wet 100, who is definitely, as always, turning up these YouTube streets. Okay, him and 1090 Jake had a situation on Clubhouse. I missed it. I was asleep. However, I definitely heard about it. And like I said, shout out to him because he actually slid your girl name in the conversation on Academics today. And I ain't gonna cap. Y'all know, if y'all don't know, I'm gonna tell y'all. I really got onto YouTube as far as like cases in real time, right? Outside just like my own leisure type thing, based off the live with Academics on the takeoff murder case. So it was like, bam, to hear my name on there. Now I ain't gonna lie, I called it. Everybody was like, dang, Mickey, Academics was like, I was like, it's cool. It's cool. Just know my name was on there. It was over 10,000 people just on YouTube. That's not even to include everywhere else. And then, one day we definitely gonna have to chop it up one day. But nevertheless, I'm grateful, humble, appreciate everybody that pulled up. Like I said, we got a couple big trending topics that's going on right now I want to get into. And like I said, that's what we got going on. Welcome, share. Y'all already know. I will chop it up later on. I won't say it's gonna be tonight, because I do have an event to go to. But nevertheless, I'll chop it up for those, because y'all know I get long-winded on these lives and we be here for a minute. But I'll chop it up later on for my viewers that be like, yo, get to the meat and potatoes, okay? Well, the first thing we're gonna get into, man. Let's start with Hernandez Goldman. I think that's gonna be the first one to start with. All right, waiting for my screen to catch up. Why y'all don't see it? Oh, duh, Mickey. Maybe if I turn it around. All right, so if you don't know who Hernandez Goldman is, he is one of the suspects in the Young Dolph murder case. And what's kind of crazy, he is allegedly the person that put it all together. If you recall, a couple weeks ago, we actually broke down the story of Lotta Cash Desto, which is actually his daughter. So he was granted a bond reduction of $90,000. Oh, well, that's how much it was. And it says due to his safety and medical concerns. I mean, I don't know about the safety part, but let's see. Does it say anything about what medical situation it is? Let's see here. A bond hearing for the man accused of ordering the hit that killed Memphis rapper Young Dolph in 2021 was held in Shelby County Court Thursday, setting the bond to 90,000. Hernandez Govan originally was being held in Shelby County Jail without bond on charges of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and attempted murder. Yo, so how he get bond if he ain't had no? Let's continue reading. Goldman posted bail Thursday afternoon. Judge Lee Coffey said in court, should Goldman post bail, he will remain under house arrest as a condition of his bond. The court motion filed for Goldman Thursday stated that bond lowering was agreed upon by both prosecutors and Goldman's defense attorney and was done for Goldman's safety and medical reasons, as well as the state more clearly defining the role Goldman played in the conspiracy to kill Young Dolph. Okay, let's see. So the lawyer for Goldman says while they are still in discovery phase of the trial, it is abundantly clear Goldman had nothing to do with the shooting which killed Young Dolph, whose real name was Adolph Thornton Jr. The DA for Shelby County, however, said Goldman was the man who ordered the hit that killed Young Dolph. That's a lot. As far as my thoughts on it, I don't really know. Y'all know, as far as the Young Dolph case as a whole, by the time I really got into the streets out here in YouTube, Young Dolph case was definitely well looked into, right? And boy, is that a hat full of stuff to pull out. So I never personally look into it. I think I did maybe a couple videos on like updates on the suspects or whatnot. Um, Outside of that, I don't really have much background knowledge of it. However, I will say, like, they ain't saying what changed. You get what I'm saying? They just saying, oh, they're finding that he had nothing to do with the shooting. However, he's still charged with the murders, right? Then it's not stating, oh, so the prosecution and the defense is agreeing that he should get bail now because of safety. I don't know. And one thing about Shelby County, let's see what we can do. If y'all remember when, who was it? The Matt Critter. Shelby County Portal is like Aggie, okay? But we're gonna see. It may not have no paperwork, but we're gonna see. Govan. None of those are it. Nope. Nope. Okay. See, I tell you that doggone Shelby County. But nevertheless, we can go here and see if we can, I wonder why it won't pull up by his name though. Duh, Mickey, he out of jail. Oh, so for those who are new over here, y'all know I got my ways of keeping up with what's going on. So I did get an alert that Govan was released like about maybe 2 hours or so ago. And let me turn it around. So yeah. So I got alerted directly that he had been released. But the only thing is, where did I put? So you can't pull up his case by his name. So I need the doggone case number. And see, he was in jail earlier when I looked, so I was able to get it. But I didn't write it down. So now I do not remember what his booking number was. Nevertheless, I doubt it's any paperwork on it. Based off of how they're saying it, it's probably going to be sealed or not public. So really not much we can do on that. But nevertheless, yes, Hernandez Govan has been released due to safety and medical issues. They don't elaborate in that article about any of it, but that's that. So anybody got anything to say on that before we move on? Because we're going to definitely be getting into some paperwork. So I'm trying to like start with the ones that's lighter and then work my way up. Because I know once we get into documentation, a lot of y'all going to be like, or yeah, whatever. But so we good on that. I don't see no comments about nothing. So the next thing we're going to move into, we can just go ahead and get into YSL. It was put on, I think I seen it on Instagram. Matter of fact, Akademiks posted it like 47 minutes ago. So we're going to use that video real quick. And then we're going to see what's new. Because I think if you was on my live the other night, one of the YSL co-defendants was able to bail out. But we never looked into who was doing something else at the time. So hold up.
Whether or not I would be able to perhaps make contact with Mr. Williams, if I'd be able to see him at Grady. The response is probably not. And so I have no idea what his condition is currently. I do know that he's had some difficulty of a similar sort at the Cobb County Jail a few months ago. And so I'm obviously very concerned about his well-being, his current condition. But no, to answer the question, I don't have any additional updates.
All right.
The anticipation is killing me. I'm over here like, what's about to happen? Why they zoomed in like that?
We don't have any updates on Mr. Williams, do we? Nor until noon, and then I have 1373 sometime tomorrow. Yes, Mr. Adams.
Judge, let me ask the court's assistance, and if you can't do this, you can't. Because I've heard you say before and understand that the Sheriff's Department makes decisions in regards to our clients and so forth. I don't think that they'll let me go to Grady to see him unless perhaps the court requests of the Sheriff's Department that I be allowed to go to Grady and see Mr. Williams. Would the court assist me in that, if you could? I'd very much like to go and check on his well-being this afternoon.
I will make an inquiry as soon as we recess, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, okay. Yes.
All right, so who is that guy? Is that what is it called? I could have sworn his lawyer was white. Never seen a black guy. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. Nevertheless, from what I'm hearing, Young Thug was taken back to jail. He's not currently in the hospital anymore. They didn't really release any details about what was going on with him, but we definitely want to send prayers soon, because if we don't know nothing directly, we at least know what's in the news. And Fulton County Jail, from what they put in the news, is definitely a rough place to be. So I'm pulling up Fulton County real quick so I can bring up. Oh, he got a few lawyers. Okay. But so it's like lawyers for different things. Oh, okay. And you know what? While we in Fulton County too, we can pull up YFN, because we haven't looked at that at the same time. Let me share my screen with y'all real quick. Still just the lead lawyer. Okay. Oh, no. I know he's not there. I'm talking about, well, that's what the case said. That's what we got to pull up to get the case. My bad. Yeah, I know he's not there. Oh, I get what you're saying, what I just said. Okay. My bad. I'm like, hold up. I did just say that. You're right. Okay, look, I always check to see if there's any new names under the closed list. What it do, 83 box Chevy girl? I ain't seen you in a minute. I think it was this person they said was out. Yeah, it was him. Let's see what's new out here in these streets. We definitely already saw all this. This is why I'm moving past it, because we saw all that already. We gotta go faster. Do y'all know I never got my acceptance order now for the whole situation about going to trial? Do y'all know that? What it do, Mingy? Like I'm still waiting to this day. Like for real. I think we seen that already. What's wrong with that? Let me see. Oh yeah, this is what we already had saw. Yeah. So if you don't know, he had a total of 625,000 cash, property, or surety bond. Can y'all see that? I'm looking on multiple screens, and I think it's a delay for some reason. All right, so yeah, same paper that we had saw the last time. I wonder why. I ain't even gonna count. I haven't really been keeping up with it like that. Does anybody know what made him finally give him bond? Because I think he ain't had bond at first. Does anybody know why? Yeah, I know, y'all. You probably like, Mickey, you supposed to be the one that tell us. Look, I haven't been keeping up with it like that since I haven't got, because y'all remember I was gonna go down there and actually report live, but I never got anything back. So I kind of just like, when different things happen, you know. All right, so let's get into Young Thug. And yes, I'm skipping past a lot of this because I do know we did touch on it at least last month. Man, they still no emotion for discoveries? Jesus. Order to sue. Now, how they get to everybody but the little person? Let me see. That's crazy. I know they got my paperwork anyway. Plea and bar. What that mean? Let's see. What does that mean? Oh, okay. I'm about to say, what? So that's not what it do, voice box. We're gonna get into the meat and potatoes in a minute. We catching up on YSL. My other page. Okay, there we go. Yeah, outside of that, it's nothing new. Hold on, let me click this one. I'm about to share it. Let's see here. Double Jeopardy. Why would? Oh, that's interesting. So what y'all think? Y'all think they gonna find? Cause it kind of seemed like by all the motions I've been seeing with for Young Thugs, well, really all of them, to be honest, because I'm assuming that's how Miles was able to get out. So I don't know. Maybe I'll work on his behalf. But nevertheless, let's get into YFN. And then I think it would be, it makes sense just to go into the CEOP stuff after this one because it makes sense to me. Hey, it's been so long since I've been in YFN. I can't even remember the case number by heart. Yes, I'll be remembering the case numbers, but it's been so long since I had to look at it. What? Oh yeah, Bennett. Come on, so what is his name? That's crazy. They got him sitting so long. I know he's like boom, but I heard that I think he goes to court next year. Hopefully he ain't getting no more charges. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's do this one. Remember, this is that new charge. I'm gonna click it. I had already told y'all about it, but let's see if anything new on it. Nope, look like it's the same that it was the last time. Yep, we already saw that. All right, no changes there. Let's go. I know he hating this because I know the last time we checked on this, they denied his like umpteenth time request for bond. Yeah, that's it. Um. Oh. Oh, I think I'm about to buy some paperwork. Hold up. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Who is telling? All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta buy this because we gotta get into this. Look, all I saw was statements, and I was like, who? So hold on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta switch phones real quick so I can get in there. Look, this is why I like to do stuff right here, right now. Cause we about to find this out in real time. Y'all may already know. I don't know. I might be bugging. Y'all may already know. All right. Give me 1 second. What it do, Music 101? All right, y'all. So let me play this video real quick because I got to go log on my other phone. And then we're gonna get into this document on this case real quick. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
You are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
All right, I'm back, y'all. Can y'all hear me clear? Because for some reason, when I be switching out, it be acting stupid. Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna be so mad if this ain't what nothing juicy. But let's see. Let's see what it says. Okay, cool. All right, what we getting into? Oh yeah. We about to get into this. Hold on. Let me see. Cause I saw another one. Do I need that one too? I don't think so. I don't need that one. Do I? I don't know. Let me click it. Hold on. Trying to see, make sure I got what I need. Cause we gonna have to you know, I be trying to do a little something back in the day, back in the day. All right, let me see. Let me see. Do I need this one or no? I'm gonna just go ahead because it's the next document after the one we about to read. So look, might as well just go ahead and get it. Give me a second, cause it be timing me out. So y'all already know I got to put my stamp on this one because I'm gonna have to make this live go dark when we get done. But y'all know I've been doing that. I don't really make it private. It's just you gotta be a member to see it afterwards. But yeah, be like, got to pay for this sauce or be here when it's happening. All right, hold on. I'm buying it. I'm almost there. Let me download it. Yeah, I've been buying paperwork all day. Like for real. And sometimes it's a good thing and a bad thing. Now I guess be wanting to know stuff that much. All right. Which one should we start with though? I guess we should start with this one. Let's see. All right, y'all. Let me see. We're gonna start with this one. All right. So let me say my little disclaimer because I have not read through this paperwork. Y'all saw I got it in real time as we were scrolling through. All information contained in this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. All information used in this video is for the Fair Use Act, and any conclusions that you draw is on you, not me. Okay? All right. So this is about the YFN case. Okay. And this is state's motion for order declaring statements admissible against all defendants. Y'all know I don't read verbatim, but we're gonna summarize this thing. So it says the state has obtained various text message communications and recorded jail telephone calls made by some of the defendants and other associates. Oh my gosh. Yo, let me finish this and then I'm gonna say my side note. These statements are relevant. They are not hearsay because they are admissions as parties' own statement and as co-conspirator statements. Jesus, okay. Oh, that's crazy. I don't even know where I'm at. Even if they are hearsay, they are admissible as statements against interest. Finally, they are not subject to the confrontation clause because the statements are not testimonial in nature. The state seeks a pretrial order of these statements admissibility at trial against all defendants so that the state may exercise its appeals right should this court issue an adverse ruling. In support of this motion, the state shows the following. I just want to say this. Why does so much stuff happen on these jail calls? Like, what the world? What it do, givers and takers? And y'all already know my YouTubers that be pulling up on me. Yo, I'm all for shelter wealth. Just hashtag me if y'all find something useful y'all want to use. That's all I ask. And tag my page. Why do they use the telephone to talk? I just don't understand why they already locked up. That'd be crazy. But y'all know what we're about getting into is say text messages. Let's see what they say. Defendants are associates of blood. We know that it's gang activity. Okay. The state identifies the following communication which the state seeks to admit against all defendants at trial. So here we go. On March 9, 2020, Derek Adams and Victor Meadows engaged in a text message communication discussing a stolen vehicle that was later used in a gang-related crime. This communication is alleged as overt and what is that? Predicate act of racketeering activity in count 1. Okay. And they just not getting it. I would have thought they already had this, but okay. On May 26, 2020, Malik Stanley, Marquez Henry, a Bloods gang associate, spoke in a recorded jail call. When in, they discussed rival gangs, firearms, and other gang activity. What? Why would you have that conversation over the phone? It's crazy to me. Okay. May 29, 2020, Reginald Carter and Artez Carter spoke in a recorded jail telephone call. They discussed gang-related drugs, distribution, rival gangs. Okay. I'm starting to see a common name in a lot of this. Is Stanley guy. Is this the first time? Second one. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. What? May 31st, 2020, Malik Stanley and Ty Drekis Glass spoke in a recorded jail telephone call. wherein they discussed a gang-related shooting committed by their gang's associates that occurred on May 25th, 2020. Why was that? June 1st, Reginald Carter spoke in a recorded jail telephone call. He discussed a plan to respond to a police investigation into a May. You know, it'd be crazy, okay? Because this is what be crazy to me. Because like literally, this is done on jail telephones where they literally say they are recording you. You know what I'm saying? It may not be every call where they catch you, but they do have people that just go back and listen to phone calls. Even like regular police, like not just jails, polices do that. They have people that just do this particular job. Listen back to jail calls. Look online through social media. Like, why is this even being discussed on a recorded call? Now, I'm that's just crazy. But you know, it be these types, right? It'll be like people will be like, "Oh, why y'all talking about it?" If it wasn't said on the jail call, it wouldn't be admitted into a paper on the court system for public viewing. You get what I'm saying? Like, this just be crazy. I'm glad my daddy taught me a long time ago. Don't say nothing on no phone if you ain't trying to ever hear it again. And I use that in real life. Don't say something you don't want to hear back. And that's the same thing on these phone calls. I don't be understanding whether you think you're recording or you're not recording. You just got to always assume you're recorded, period. All right, let's keep going. So, September, yeah. No, we're on June 2020, Reginald Carter, Demonte Davis spoke on a recorded jail telephone call where they discussed fellow gang associates' impact on gang activities. September 9th, Reginald Carter name keep popping up too. He must have been the one in jail. Recorded jail telephone call where they discussed evading police detention. All right, let me because it's kind of getting redundant. He discussed Tydrick's Glass owing gang monetary. Oh my gosh. Fact, Chevy, it like literally does, like for sure. I mean, if y'all was on my live the other night, the other day when I was talking to Cuff, it literally pops up and says it in the middle of the call. It's, like that's crazy. Dang, I ain't see, and this is another thing. That shouldn't be something I never knew that about that is gang monetary dues. I ain't never knew that was part of it. That's something we shouldn't know if you ain't part of it. Why is it being said on the phone though? So now, bam, we know they have dues. So then it says September 14th, spoke in a series of 3 recorded telephone calls. Oh my gosh, they just not other gang operations. Like what? Okay. So for the most part, definitely they've been talking about a lot of gang activities on these calls, jail calls at that they are going to use against them from this document. That's what they said. This one spoken where they discussed their gang being at war. Oh wow. What? So you know what? Hold on, because this is crazy. They are literally talking about murders on a jail call that happened that day. That's crazy. That's crazy. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm doing something real quick. That is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that is wild. Okay, hold up. So y'all know I like to just definitely have a each one teach one moment, right? And I said this so many times over um hold on. I said it so many times over the time I've been on YouTube and even beyond YouTube, right? So I'm gonna tell y'all what I just did, and this is why you can't be doing, like, I don't care if you in the gang or not in the gang, can't be doing all that talking on no phones or think it's just you and whoever talking on the phone. Because, and I'm about to show y'all why I said that. Because if you look here, now you see what it said right there. On December 10th, 2020, Malik Stanley and Ty Drekis Glass spoke on a recorded jail call where they discussed a gang-related shooting committed by their gang's associates earlier that day. So, right, if you literally just go, right, and do hold on, a simple Google search, right? Simple Google search. Not no high tech, nothing, not no anything. Just a simple Google search. Okay. Right. So you do that. First thing that pop up right here. You see that? Atlanta Journal Constitution. Atlanta's homicide victims in 2020. If you click on that, right, it's gonna take you here. Now it had multiple people, but this one in particular is what's crazy. Because look at this. Who name do you see right there? Who name y'all see right now? Literally. It's a James Adams, 28, was found dead on People Street in Southwest Atlanta on December 10th. Authorities said he was a trigger man in a gang-related drive-by shooting with Atlanta rapper YFN Lucci when he was struck in the head by return fire. 3 people involved have since been arrested on murder charges, according to police, including a 29-year-old rapper whose real name is Rayshawn Bennett. I mean, come on. At some point, you just got to not do careless stuff like that. And ain't no telling what at the time when the police was looking into it, what was out there. But nevertheless, it's already on record. So fast forward December 21st, it says on a jail recorded call, they discuss a fellow gang associate being a snitch. Then on the 28th, they discussed pending cases for fellow blood gang associates. Um, they discussed again pending cases on blood gang associates. And then it says, okay. So basically, just notifying that all that will be used at trial against them. And I know personally, I was already like, dang, they must think they got a slam dunk with YFN because they ain't trying to do no motion with that case, not even let Lucci out. So I see why, because they just got stuff piling up, piling up. So then they said that the communications and postings are relevant. It's going to establish defendants' associations with the Bloods for purposes of the RICO. See, all that about to be part of their demise, you know? So Lamar says that incident, not YSL related, though. That was an incident with Mohawk, who be with Lil Baby. Well, that's what, but see, I mean, even if that is the case, you see what's out there is people on the YSL RICO case talking about it. So, I mean, that's unfortunate. If it's not part of they or one of theirs, and boom, it's part of theirs. You get what I'm saying? Even more reason you got to not talk about things like that. Let me see here. So they get into more just like what's what, why they should be able to use it. I'm not gonna like do all that. Yeah, these are all just things to tie it in. Now it goes into giving the conspiracy gang statute or enhancement. I'm not sure if Georgia calls it the gang enhancement, but it means the same thing where they're trying to tie in that the whole conspiracy is gang related. And that's that. More statutes. So all legal jargon at this point. That doggone Fannie Willis says she out here, okay? All right, so that's that. You see the same lawyers on all these cases. Like, that's crazy. They be the same ones. All right, so what's the other document? Is this the one? Yeah. He's about to switch over. It says here, defendant Bennett's trial brief objection regarding the state's untimely motion to declare statements admissible against all co-defendants. Let me see what his lawyer says. It says this court held a status conference in the above referenced case on April 18, 2023. The very same day and nearly simultaneously to the hearing, the state filed an 11-page motion to admit. Okay. Orders. Okay. I'm just trying to look for the gist of it. So basically, he like, man, y'all should bend it. Here we go. Let's look at number 3. It says, I think so too on Lamar. I honestly think so. I think for one, and this is just my opinion, looking at both cases, the YSL and the YFN, I really think she thought she could tie them in better together and just slam dunk both of them. But I don't think it's working in her favor. Just from what I know, from what's been out on the cases and how it's moving along, it's like a damn circus. I ain't gonna lie. Nearly a year and a half after motions deadlines have passed, a year after the state both orally and in writing indicated to the court that it had no motion, the state is attempting to file more stuff. I'm with it. Like, you should have been had it. I feel like now that, and see, this is another thing that they're making it kind of a way for her to get in, because it seems like to me what they thought was boom turned out to not be the boom. So now they're reaching. Let's go listen back to calls. Let's do all that. But see, if you wasn't talking on phones, I mean, get you a burner or something. But if you wasn't talking on the actual jail phone, guess what? Wouldn't be no issue. Lamar said Lucci and Thug got both of the best lawyers in the city. They're gonna beat these chumped up charges. I mean, to be honest, don't they got the same lawyers? I think they got the same lawyers to a certain extent. Well, the same, at least offices. Yeah, for sure. This is the same thing. So basically, they just saying it's crazy. It says this claim will be contradicted by the motion itself. Yeah, they got the same office because he on hold on. Is he on Thug? I don't know. I done seen this on somebody else recently. What that's that? So that's that. That's an update on YFN case. Is that they're trying to use phone calls, phone conversation, jail phone. Let me clarify this. They're using recorded jail phone calls, like the actual jail phones that they were picking up. That's literally probably on the wall of the jail that you have to probably go through an operator to complete your call. They are literally talking about murders, gang activity, and all that on these calls that are definitely recorded, right? So now Drew is on somebody else's case. I just can't think of it. I don't know. Was it like it's somebody I've looked at recently? Oh no, that wasn't. It could have been Ralo case. I don't remember. It's somebody I recently looked at, and I was like, dang. Matter of fact, I think it is. He's one of the lawyers on that case too, along with Steele. I just don't think he's the main lawyer. But you know, it's like you always see those two names, Steele and Finally, on there all the time, all the cases. All right, so that's what we got there. Anybody got something to add to that before we move on? No? All right. Let me exit out some of these screens. And then we're going to get into the next. Look, I'm trying my best to stay on topic too. I think I've been doing good. We've been flowing. Look at me. Look, I said I'm going to stick to the topic. I'm not going to be all over the place. He was Meech Lord. He definitely was Meech Lord. Yeah, definitely. But see, I ain't even looked at Meech case recently. I don't know. We'll see. Next we have, all right. So we got the two big cases now. Well, not big case. They're trending though. It's all over. So we got the Ralo case and we got P. Which one y'all want to do first? So I can know which one I need to pull. Which one y'all want to do? Y'all want to get into the Ralo case? Y'all want to get into the P case? Or the P allegations? Which one? Oh yeah, I thought so. I knew it was somebody recently I looked at that had that lawyer. Anybody? Anybody want to guess? My grandbaby like what? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Which one is gonna be? I guess we can get into P. We can do P. All right. So let me pull up his Instagram. I don't even think it's on. You know what? I know who do got it on that Instagram. I think he took it down. All right, there we go. I knew it. So I just want to say something, okay? What I'm about to pull up on the screen, do y'all want to know what's crazy? So why I want to say Whack 100 and somebody literally have a website, right now where you can get this, what we're about to read, on the t-shirt. I saw that on Clubhouse. I said, what in the world? But yeah, I can get it. So here we go. All right, so we all know the allegations that have been out. Hold on. Can y'all see my screen? Okay, there we go. The allegations that have been out against Quality Control CEO P. Now, y'all remember my last video I did about it? I was like, yo, it's definitely some red flags, right? But remember the birthday thing was tripping me out. However, so QCP definitely put out, I guess you can call it a statement. Let's get into it and then we can go from there. So it said, I see that 300 million got all them hating ass ninjas mad back home. Anybody know me, know my character. Our culture is so elfed up. It said, y'all live in this imaginary street dream. I'm changing lives and changing my family curse. I don't got no love for no ninja that tried to kill me or mine. I ain't in the streets, never wanted to be. I played the hand I was dealt and made something of it. Y'all bum ninjas should do the same. Stop glorifying dumb RIP to my dog Q, a innocent man with 5 kids who lost his life to a bum ninja who didn't value his own. Is that a goat? I think that's a goat or something. I'm a goat, maybe. Don't ever confuse me with a rat. Now take that fraudulent incident report and stick it up, y'all. I love my freedom, so stop playing with it. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I had to stretch on that one. What y'all feeling about it? I'm going to tell y'all what I feel because I know y'all going to be like me. What you feel about it? Well, to me, I mean, so I feel like it's no need now for me to even try to guess what his birthday is because he definitely just clarified that that incident is him, right? That he's definitely the one involved. So that Pierre Thomas is definitely that P, right? He just said it, right? Now, he also said, like, get what y'all talking about, that street code, basically. Now, this is my interpretation of what he's saying. He's like, I never lived by street code, ain't trying to be in the streets, whatever. I'm not going to go along with it. Now, is that, I kind of took it that's kind of like co-signing, like, for sure, he should be locked up, like the dude that, said it. What's up, Getty Radio? Oh, it's the sorted. Thank you for telling me that. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can fix this. Give me 1 second. Sound better? Oh shoot, I'm clicking on things. Hold on. Does it sound the same or we good? I don't know. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. I'm like, hello. All right. Hold on. So, bam. All right. So basically, like I said, I left the last video at the point, like I said, I couldn't confirm his birthday. What it do, Loud Pack? I couldn't confirm his birthday, but he clarifies it right there. Now, a few things, right? One thing, as far as the situation, because at this point he kind of said what it is. So anything outside of that is just gonna be everybody's interpretation of it, right? But one thing I did want to say was that the timeline that's been floating around on some pages is kind of off, right? And I just want to clarify it real quick. So, and this is based off that, again, I still right now don't have the incident reports. QCP is saying the incident reports are fraudulent. I don't know. Like I said, one didn't look right to me. However, that YouTube channel, the Family TV, shout out to them, said that's how it was. So, I left them alone because I can't say otherwise. But, nevertheless, that's his comment. However, based off the actual paperwork, court documents that, 1090 Jake put out, and I also went and got them myself, this is how the timeline appears, right? So basically, 12/8/2009 was the shooting that killed Q and shot P, allegedly, right? I'm still gonna throw that allegedly. You remember when we looked up Q's death, it was officially December 13th, 09. Then according to McClinton's, aka allegedly Stunner, right? His letter that he wrote, he was shot 4 times on April 30th, 2010. Then it says allegedly, McClinton says Thomas filed a warrant, right, on May 3rd, 2010. Then on May 27th, 2010, that's when the whole Lenox Mall incident happened. Then now on the transcripts that I read, it has McClinton booked as of May 28th, 2010, but he was actually booked or arrested the same day as the mall incident. They just have it on record like that. I guess it was possibly late at night. Then officially the first indictment was on June 4th, 2010. Then that indictment was closed March 2012. Re-indictment happened, and then sentencing happened on March 27, 2012. On May 8th, 2019, McClinton was released after serving 7 years in prison and had 13 years parole. Now, y'all remember, that's what my storyline is going to stop because, again, you know, what happened after is not my area expertise. Okay. So, but that's the timeline. So that's how things happen. Now, I will say in the letter that we went over in my last video, well, my video about this, and if you look at it in 1090 Jake's video, it says that allegedly P was the one that committed this shooting and whatnot. However, I don't see that in the paperwork officially outside of that letter. I can't speak on that. However, some things just to clarify, right? Now, hold on. Let me see where it's at. Boop, 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 boop. Is this it? I may have to pull it back up. All right, hold on. Let me exit out of that. Now, again, actual statements or incident reports I personally do not have. So I'm not going to speak on those because, again, I don't personally have them. I did say look kind of suspect. However, if y'all watch my video, definitely go back and watch it. I showed y'all how to research details without literally having the actual paperwork, just to piece together the timeline, and we did that. So look, we did our due diligence over here on the Truth Team. Okay, hold on. I got a lot of pop-ups. Hold on, y'all. Boop, 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 boop. That's not the document I need. That's not the document I need. Okay, we can go here. So, like I told y'all when we went over it the other day, these are all the charges that's supposed to be stemming from May 28, 2010. And you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 charges is actually what he ultimately went to prison for. Okay, those are the 4 charges. Now, I don't know where these 2 charges came from. They're not on the indictment. I'm not sure if they're somewhere else or something, but nevertheless, these 4 charges that says transfer to prison DOC, those are the actual charges that he was found. Well, not found guilty. He pled guilty because it wasn't a trial. Okay. He pled guilty. Now, it's a lot. Okay. Y'all know I don't release witness lists unless it's like a celebrity or something like on there, or somebody that's already out. So I'm not going to show the list. However, it's public. You can definitely go check it out yourself. But like I showed y'all, it was Pierre Cardi Thomas on there with that birthday or whatnot. Now, I did not find a subpoena, but again, he ain't go to trial anyway, okay? He played out. So the name was on the witness list on the 2012. So I can say that was on there. Now, as far as the indictment, the first indictment. So the first indictment, hold on, let me find a spot. Y'all make sure y'all share the live, please. All right, I think this is the one. All right, so basically, this is what it says. Through the course of investigation, police interviewed Mr. Thomas, the survivor and victim. They obtained a description of the defendant, and he described the defendant as being 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, with a mohawk style haircut, with a tattoo on his face. Some time went by, and Mr. Thomas would occasionally relay information to the police about stuff that he had heard on the street, identifying the defendant, or identifying a suspect, or who he heard might have been responsible for the shooting death of Mr. Dennis, aka Q. He provided some information to the police, and they put that person into a photo lineup, and Mr. Thomas did not make an identification. So again, this is just court papers, right? So the 2010 indictment, which was the murder indictment, right? It did get thrown out because of the inconsistency, right, with the information provided at that time, even the statements of this Mr. Thomas, okay? Now, what I will say that it does say though, okay, they does say that Mr. Thomas, right, that was involved with that 2010 indictment is the same Mr. Thomas that the re-indictment was a part of, that actually the whole situation with Lennox Mall, okay, because of dates, right? And we went over that, but I'll show that real quick. Boom, right here. Remember, this is the indictment, the re-indictment. So this is that charge, May 27, 2010. So also in the transcripts, okay, it does state that Mr. McClinton did time for the charges stemming from the Lennox Mall situation, not anything surrounding the murder that's in the actual transcripts. And I'm about to show y'all in one moment. And it actually states why Mr. McClinton decided decided to, hold on, let me see. Cap talking about they threw it out because P didn't go to court. It don't say nothing about no court, but it does say now he may have direct knowledge, but this transcript says it's because the inconsistency with the info. Now y'all do know to the date of the sentence that Mr. McClinton said he wasn't even the one who did it. So I will put that out there. He maintained he wasn't the one who was involved in that shooting. But again, he didn't go to jail for that, nevertheless. I'm looking for a particular part. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So if you see here, the court, meaning the judge is talking at this point. It says, all right, young man, actually you've been given a very good deal because it sounds like there were some issues with respect to the murder situation, some inconsistencies there. You're very fortunate because these are very serious charges, even without murder. And running into Lennox with a gun, whatever, is not very smart and is going to get you in trouble every time. Then it says you just need to take advantage of this when you come out, stay out of trouble, and it just goes to say. So his lawyer actually says that he was okay, so he was already in trouble previously. So he was facing a gun charge, right? And going to trial would have probably caused him to get like bigger issues on top of that, on top of new charges. So that's why he played out, and that's what they have in the transcript. So again, it is available online, Fulton County. Take a look at it. But I mean, it's clear as day to me. Like, again, he admitted to being that person that they are referring to in this situation. He admitted to not caring about no streets or none of that, never did, or being a part of that. He admitted to all that. I mean, he owned it, he stood on it. Doesn't take away from the fact that he definitely provided info to the police. But y'all tell me all the time, well, Mickey, you know, that's not part of you. You're not in the streets, whatever. So, hey, what y'all think? What it do, Arthur? Look, DJ Akademiks wasn't trying to hear it, okay? He was not trying to hear it. But like I said, shout out to them. One day we're gonna have to get up though. It's we getting there. We getting there. So that's just where it's at. Like I said it on Clubhouse. Okay, so when 1090J mentioned the transcripts, I did vouch for him to say that actually real because I had them. Now, incident reports I cannot stamp them because I don't have them to know, what's what. However, hey, that's just what we know per the paperwork. And look, I'm surprised he even said anything. I really ain't think he was gonna give no statement, to be honest. I guess you can consider that a statement, but I really didn't think he was gonna say anything. But on no note, this is one reason why you can't listen to Google all the time. Let me show y'all something. What I actually found afterwards. Y'all remember the birthday thing? I was like, man, I don't know if it's that guy, right? Because the birthday is off. Now look at this. Hold on. Let me find it. And I'm eating candy. Excuse me. Is this it? All right. So Arthur said they scared of losing their spot. See, it's nothing like a truth better. Stop playing before I have you to break the internet. Man, I ain't trying to break no internet, man. Okay. Me too, Getty. And I said it on my video. I was like, he ain't about to say nothing. Because to be honest, hey, I mean, it was definitely some like, maybe. But I mean, saying that, it confirmed it. Because even I was like, oh, well, ain't no need to try to figure it out no more. He done, said what he said. I mean, no, who said that though? What's up, Philly? I never seen you here, but I mean, ain't nobody ever said that has nothing to do with it. But look, y'all done ran me down so many times in the past 6 months. Y'all say, got to be this. Y'all say, got to be that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, another thing. I will say this. On the documents, it does not say he's the only witness. I think that was a issue, right? It was another witness. But again, no trial happened. So it wasn't like no subpoena, but it was like maybe like 25 people total on a whole witness list, including like 8 people that's considered civilians or whatever. I'm trying to let this load. I don't know why it's loaded, but nevertheless, I found this on P page, and it's from June 2nd. So his birthday is actually June 2nd, not 7th. Just FYI. I was trying to figure that out yesterday. But nevertheless, that's that. Any questions? And I mean, to be honest, like I tell y'all, I don't even look at it as street politics. Talking to the police about anything other than saying I want a lawyer or something is definitely cooperating with them. I wouldn't put the jacket on them to call them no snitch or nothing because I don't know the background of them. However, based on what he said and what's in there, he definitely cooperated. But then I look at it like this too, like, I don't know. Because I know a lot of people from Atlanta be like, he was out there. What it do, Beast? He was, out there and, in the streets. I don't know this man or what he was doing or none of that, But nevertheless, like now, again, if I personally, like I keep telling y'all too, I personally don't have no statements. I personally do not have any. That would be different. If I had statements, I don't have any. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off of what the transcript said, and that's just what it said. But, and I'm about to show y'all. And again, y'all know I don't use other people's paperwork. Let me show y'all. But I had got this today. And by the time it come, possibly it probably this whole thing probably be over. I ain't gonna cap. Cause look at it. It says you're open. Your open records request has been reviewed and will be forwarded to our communications unit for further processing. If records are located, estimated turnaround will be 12 weeks or longer due to high volume of requests and process ahead of this one. Sorry for the delay. And that's from the Atlanta Police open records request. So, like I said, it'll probably be 10 more allegations by the time that comes out. But nevertheless, that's that. Y'all got any questions? And then we can move on to the next one. Because Akademiks said something today that kind of piqued my interest, okay? Mm-hmm. Talking about a bed. He piqued my interest, and I'm about to show y'all why. And it kind of, I was like, okay, so maybe it was a play. I'm about to let y'all listen just in case y'all didn't hear it already. Hold on. Share my screen. Lil Lamar like, yo, I'm in Atlanta and this is what it is, okay? All right.
Vicky in her own lane, because content creator.
Small to some of y'all, but this is definitely big business for me, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. Although Akademiks wasn't trying to fill me out, okay? He was just kind of like, okay. But nevertheless, yo, WAT 100 name drops Mickey Truth on an Akademiks live. Yo, if you just listen to it and then I'm gonna come back.
Hey, bro, I'm just going on the apology. When I heard the paperwork I got, right? So, like, they sent it over there. And by the way, I'll be very honest. They said, Ralo. You know I love to hear you talk to Mickey Truth. She got all the paperwork. That's where I get all my work from. Oh, so she got all the paperwork, detail for detail. So Ralo supposedly authorized his lawyer to send it to me that I could post, and that's
all right. So yes, Getty, it has definitely been a great week. This is why this piqued my interest because let me pull it up. Y'all know, ever since, for one, y'all know I was in denial that any of this was even true with him, right? But then it went from being in denial to being like, okay, he gonna stand on business, right? Then it went from, no, you did not just have, this out like we crazy. So yeah, so my antennas has been up. I had kind of let it go. I'm like, well, at this point, the the documents that we need to like really put this to bed will never be released. But then when I heard that, it was like, huh? And I'm about to show y'all. All right. And this is currently on Akademiks page, right? And y'all see the comment from Ralo or Ralo's camp, because again, I don't know who writing it. It says, I don't know how everyone in the world keep getting all my paperwork, but I'm happy the truth is out. I ain't told on nobody but Ralo. But if you authorize it to be released, how you don't know how people get your paperwork? That was suspicious to me. I ain't gonna cap. It was suspicious to me. For sure. What it do, official Pooh Black? Pooh Black. I like that name. So that was strange, right? Because I'm like, but you authorized it, right? Or who capping? Is Akademiks capping? Or are you capping? Who sent the paperwork? So it led me to go back and be like, Arthur, why do you come randomly? Like, send me what you talking about to my email. You throwing me off. Every live, Arthur come randomly with something. Thank you. I appreciate you for sure. At least somebody respect it, because y'all just don't be understanding. They be on my top. Oh, shoot. I ain't meant to stop sharing. All right, y'all. So let me just put this disclaimer out here real quick, okay? I've showed them before. But again, these records, quote unquote, are sealed, so I can't stamp them, right? However, just in my personal opinion, I don't think they're fake or nothing like that. But the parts I'm about to really get into are parts to align with what I've been saying based off my research. And we just gonna leave it there, right? You know, some gonna agree, some may not, but it is what it is. So John Doe did drop the link for all the documents from the transcript, all of them. I've read them to a certain extent because I told you I fell asleep like 10 times. However, I went back through today after I finished watching the live Akademiks live, because I'm like, yo, that's crazy for that to have been, said that. Let me see here. I'm trying to find another one. But yeah, it's for anybody to view. You don't need to log in or nothing. It's there. All right, let me see. It would be in my other phone. Ain't that something? All right. I think let's start with page. What page is this? All right, we can start here. So they got some things highlighted or outlined, right? Like I said, if you heard the conversation with me and 1090 Jake, he also said like he looked at the minutes and he see that it is some similarities to what this is outlining, and I said the same thing. I can't make it no bigger, unfortunately, y'all, because I don't know. I downloaded them, I think. Did I? I don't think I did. But anyway, so this here says, let me go back, because I'm going to tell the summary, and I want y'all to go check it out yourselves. But just to clarify something, to kind of show what I was already getting at prior to. All right. Let me just start like this. Hold on. Because I don't want to leap. All right. So this is page 1, right? And it basically got the date, all that, who's there. It got the case number, all that. All right. So that's how it starts off. On the phone call that we heard the edited, say about what, Beast? On the edited call, they reference page 12. That's 8. What did he say about what? 10, 11, 12. So we start here. All right. So it says, oh, let's go back to 11 because it's chopped off. All right. So here we go. I'm going to start where lines. Oh, no, I'm going to start at line 2 because something very important is said. And I want y'all to remember my breakdown of that paperwork, what I said, okay? So it says here, and this is the judge talking, says, let me ask you this as to the proffer. One of the allegations in your pleadings is that when Mr. Davis gave the proffer, and I haven't seen the proffer letter, so I don't know what's contained in the proffer letter itself, but I've now reviewed. I don't know if it's a ATF report of interview or FBI 302, but it's one of the exhibits. I tried to avoid reviewing it in the past, but I've now read it, and one of the allegations in your pleadings and one of the paragraphs then it got lines, and Mr. Davis' supposed statement was a line where he did not disclose, based on a alleged prior agreement, the source of the marijuana that's involved in lines that's supposedly involved in this case. So how do we get around that? That's part of the claim that you have, which shows that Mr. Yoshi was conflicted and the government knew it. Okay, now, if y'all was on my paperwork part, where I said I called cap on the FBI paper, I said that form at the bottom, everything on that, like from the bottom and all that, looked like FBI, well, FD 302, which FD is FBI abbreviation for the document 302. And in this transcript, so that made me strongly more. I'm on StreamYard now, Beast. That made me strongly more feel like, yeah, I'm on to something, because I literally said that form definitely is a 302 and not a 1057. Okay. And I'm going to bring it up to show y'all, for those who may not have watched that video yet. All right. I know it's small, but it's on my IG. So, like I showed y'all, I pulled John Gotti Jr. FD 302 form, right? I pulled it from the FBI website. This is it right here. This is Ralo's alleged FD 1057 revised 5810, right? That's it right there. That is similar to that in a way, right? Because look at the bottom. Now, if we go to, here we go. This one. This is Trump Form 1057 that I pulled from the FBI website. You see how it look? This is the alleged Form 1057 that it don't look nothing like it. It's not even outlined like it. Y'all see that? It's not even outlined like it. 1057 is a electronic communications. Like I pulled Hillary Clinton. I pulled who else? The guy that killed himself, that was messing with the kids, that came, Epstein, all that. They all look the same. Not this one. So how can FBI form 302 look like a 1057? That's crazy. So when I heard that, because originally, I'm not even gonna cap, I didn't think Ralo and his camp released those documents. I thought maybe somebody gave them to Akademiks and they just was like, oh, okay, boom, yeah, that's what it was. But then all this coming out, I'm like, oh, so it did come from y'all. And then they're saying, well, per Akademiks, it came from the lawyer. Right? So if we go back, because there's a couple more things I want to point out. I just got to find the actual document. In fact, let me look at my inbox real quick, because I'm about to tell you another reason why I'm calling cap on that paperwork as being what it is. And again, this could be solved, because these transcripts have never been said to be false by Ralo or his camp. Never. Okay. They just put emphasis on what he did say was in regards to him, nobody else. Y'all heard what Cuff, aka Deion Gatlin, had to say about it. So to each his own, I guess, with that one. So let me pull my inbox up. I'm trying to pull my messages up real quick. They tripping. Is it my Wi-Fi or something? Like, why is my stuff moving slow? I guess I'm gonna have to search the documents. Hold on, y'all. That sucks. All right, because there's so many doggone pages. Lamar said Akademiks might be capping, still ain't got time to be sending AK no dang paperwork as tied up as he is with the case. Look, that's what he said. Or that's what the people told him. I'm kind of like, I don't know. He didn't, I will, in his defense, he ain't per se say it came directly from the lawyer. He just said that the permission was provided to the lawyer to give it to him. So I don't know. All right, so okay, let me get to the what I'm looking at. Again, y'all, these are available for y'all to go view at any time. I'm more so looking for the parts that go with my whole point and why I'm like, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think we're getting there. I'm looking for that word 302 again. All right. Here we go again. Now, this is page 135, right? It says, and this is the prosecutor, I believe, Butner. And these names are on Pacer, so that's another thing that stands out, right? It says this is the 302. It's the same individual. Yes, May 9th. Then the court said not 12/11. Then Butner said yes. Court says okay. Then it says Button said, yeah, so there was one interview of this person on looks like June 8th, 2018. And there was another one, looks like May 9th, 2018. Okay. And then it says, the court says, no, they're both May 9th, 2018. The 11, it refers to an interview of May 9th of 2018 if the 302 was drafted on 6/8. So again, all I'm hearing throughout this whole transcript is 302s, right? Now, we know, or if you don't know, go to Pacer. It was two co-defendants on this case that actually requested to withdraw their proffer. No, we don't have their original proffer. However, we have their request to withdraw the proffer, okay? And those two people are McLeod Muhammad and then Christian Hart. Their names are actually in these transcripts. Okay, so they also refer to another defendant 14, which is per the indictment. The Lavaris Bridges, having a 302 also, which is an interview form with the FBI, right? So if everybody's interview is put on a 302, including their reference to Rallo's interview on the 302, how did that form get a 1057 at the top? That don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. Now, another thing that stood out to me in this situation is that if y'all recall how, again, and I'm glad Cuff broke it down, because a lot of people are like, well, if you ain't never done time and this and that, this man is doing 27 years, okay? If y'all recall, and matter of fact, let me play it real quick, just for those who may not recall it yet. I want y'all to hear it directly from him, and then we're gonna get into it, because I'm kind of just like, are you serious? Hold on, y'all. I just opened something and that got to be kept. Hold on. Oh, I was about to say, who? Okay. Glad I didn't say that out loud. I was about to say, what the world? All right, let's play it real quick. In some of the stories, are you from proffer letters or agreements?
Proffer?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, when telling. That's when you sit down and have a proffer.
And you just tell on yourself when you do that, or you got to tell on other people?
Yeah, you tell on yourself, you tell what you know. Proffer means to sit down and be truthful. That's what that means. You can tell on yourself. Yeah, that just means to sit down and be truthful. I sold drugs to this guy. I bought drugs from this guy. Yeah, that's my proffer to the courts.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you a question. Just if a person is in a joint indictment with other people, right, and they take a proffer to, I guess, be truthful, is there any way that they can just go in there and say, well,
no, proffer means to cooperate with the government. So proffer means telling. There's no other way around my proffer. When you sit down for a proffer, that means telling. Now they got another way of proffering is called a safety valve. You got one where you tell, and you got one where you just admit guilt. You understand?
Okay.
So a lot of people don't understand safety valve. You have two safety valves. You got one where you're cooperating with the government, and you got one that's just saying that I'm guilty. That's the safety valve. But a proffer is where you sit down and help the government convict other people. That's what a proffer is.
Well, and look, I'm glad you explained that to us, because I've been trying to explain it this past week, and they said, "Oh, you don't know, you never did time." So I'm glad. And for those who just joining me, this is Dion Gatlin, aka Cuff, who is currently in federal prison.
All right, so if you read through all 168 pages of that transcript, and again, I cannot, without a doubt, co-sign the transcripts. All I can say is, based on the paperwork that is available and my research, some of the info definitely lines up. Now, okay, so for one, as far as that document, I don't see how that could be official at all when it's not even the right form at the top, right? Another thing, if that is all the way official, right? Let's just give benefit of doubt. If it is official, per these transcripts, that has not been said to be okay, that has not been said to be false or fake, right? How does a form, right, be submitted from your lawyer, allegedly per Akademiks, 2 pages, when in these transcripts they refer to paragraph 19? Did y'all see a paragraph 19 in that paperwork? I'll pull it up in a minute. I'm trying to get to the page where it refers to paragraph 19. And I'm like, well, hold on. I ain't see paragraph nothing on that paperwork. Again, y'all, definitely read it. A lot of information and a lot of clarification, because it was a couple things that I was like, oh, that's what happened, you know? Mm-hmm. All right, so it's in there, but anyway, I have to find it person. Oh, boom! I can pull it up on my other phone. Hold on, y'all, and find out exactly what page I'm looking for. Exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see, what page is this? I don't think that one is the one I need. All right, so I will say this. So here we go. If on page 128, I don't feel like skipping back that much, but page 128, right? If you go to this link, go to page 128. If you start at line 3, right? It says here, for example, the court might hear evidence as to the relative culpability of the co-defendants who did enter into the plea negotiations, as well as evidence concerning Mr. Williams' assertion that he had knowledge that would have been valuable to the government, especially knowledge of the whereabouts of the missing co-defendants. And what I like to do, I believe, is, I understand it's not the 11th circuit, but I have worked this case hard. I'm trying my best. The court, I know you are. Then it says Mr. Steele. And I think that is just wrong to not put, given there has to be a remedy. And Mr. Davis, as you see in the emails, I was not a part of them. But Mr. Davis is trying to plead the case out. He has a terrible case. I don't mean any disrespect, but hypothetically, he has a terrible case. He's found on a plane with $1 million worth of marijuana and guns. It's a tough case, and he wanted to work it out. And except for having a conflicted lawyer, he would make every effort. And the government was saying, we're going to work out the case. There's an email that you're going to get where, and then that's where I stop on that one. Where, oh, here we go. Where the government says, and just on page 129, where the government says on July 24th, around there, why are you appealing the Honorable Judge Baverman's order to Judge Brown? This, I thought we were working this case out with a plea, so that's why I believe that that is the remedy. The second remedy, too, that I like you to consider, that is, as the court knows, I cited Danielson in my original, and Kaiser applies to the Sixth Circuit, Sixth Amendment violations, and I've given the court that case. And I want to unwind everything if I don't get a plea that would have been reasonable. I'm not looking to make make a mockery of what's going on here. I understand the seriousness of this. But it is a marijuana case, and it is a case that, clearly the gentleman had every intention on June the 6th to do something, because the beans are being spilled everywhere except for some of the beans that are kept in isolation by the lawyer. And that, I think, fair. Now, again, that was page 128 and 129 of the transcript I was just reading. So, in summary, again, it's a lot of documents. I thought I could pull it up on the screen, but I didn't save it to my computer. I just want to point out this, that if you go read it, right, and then you go and look in Pacer, and you look at the actual documents that's available for you to view, a lot of this stuff aligns with what they're saying in the transcript, including, right, requests for plea negotiations, like the actual continuance on hearings with the defendants that's involved with the proffers. You can verify that. Again, the 302, like I told y'all, clear as day, you can see the comparison to that form that should be a 302, not a 1059. Now, another thing is, as far as what allegedly Ralo told, they don't go into the what in the transcripts, right? However, if he wanted to, again, he ain't got to. He never had to say nothing from the start. But if he wanted to actually clear the air on it, he would just need to, guess what? Provide the proffer. That was that will put it to rest. If it's something there or not, provide your proffer letter, because they'll outline what it was that you said or not, right? Now, what I can say is this, that although, yes, it is said in them transcripts that lawyer that he had, the Yoshi guy, was definitely a conflict of interest. However, per what I was able to piece together, based off the timing of everybody submitting a proffer, Ralo wasn't going to be able to officially get that deal anyway. You know why? Because, like Cuff stated, you have to tell the full, truthful statement. Meaning, if I say, okay, I'm a proffer, right? Me and Getty Radio looked into the BMF case, and we continued to look into the BMF case for 2 years, right? But I don't know that Getty Radio already proffered, right? So if Getty Radio was like, well, yeah, I worked with Mickey for a year on the BMF case, that's already different than what I said, right? And Getty Radio can prove it was a year and not 2 years. I'm out of the deal. So Ralo, per the documents, right, and how you can outline it with the transcripts, he was not the first one to go into the interview, okay? It was another co-defendant, Muhammad, who, per the dates, right, went in May to talk with the government. Now, this is where things I feel like got sticky with this case, because although from Ralo's standpoint, he was making this play to pimp the feds, he was unbeknownst that somebody else was trying to do it too, I guess, right? Because somebody went before him. So they bring up in this hearing that pieces and connections came all across the proffers, okay, including the connection of the lawyer to the whole situation. It didn't. Now, I will say, it didn't come from Ralo, the connection with the lawyer. It says in the transcript that the lawyer made sure he did not answer that, right, about the plug. However, that's already a strike against providing a truthful statement, because you can't leave no information out. So all that was already going to be against him anyway. But this is the thing. So someone proffered before him, he proffered, then someone went after him, and then someone went after him. So a lot of these, like I said, it was 4 people on record that actually proffered and had an interview with the FBI, Form 302, right? As far as this transcript. Now, like I told y'all, it's one person on this case that actually have a safety valve, but it doesn't have like corroboration or nothing. And like it was explained, there you go. Like it was explained by Cuff, it is safety valves where you just take guilt. Okay. So listening to someone like I said, someone who actually did time in the feds, right? Telling me the definition of these things, I'm thinking to myself, well, if the whole plan was just to tell on yourself, wouldn't you just get a safety valve for admitting guilt, right? Why would you need a proffer when, like I said, per the legal definition is to provide information, truthful information to the government, and in return they can't use it against you. I don't take that as you had to go in there and tell on yourself, right? Now, do I take that as you went in there and say, this person that? No, but you went in there and said something. Now, another red flag with that paperwork that threw it all off. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I really wish his team didn't drop it, to be honest, right? I really wish that they didn't drop it, because it kind of like, because if this is your actual interview, right, that you put out, why did you put out the excerpt from chapter 26? Like, why did you do it? Why wouldn't he qualify Lamar? How did you, like, what I'm saying? Like, you put your excerpt out where you said you listened to the presentation of the info that the pimp told you to say or whatever, right? So basically, a lot of this stuff was said, but in the paperwork that you put out, they don't even mention another situation. They mention your co-defendant who you were on the phone with. But even then, it was only said he was willing to take the fall in December, not when you actually got hemmed up in 2018 with everybody else. You get what I'm saying? That's why sometimes less you say is better, especially if it ain't right. Like, why speak on it if it's not right? Again, does any of this affect him really? Nah, I doubt it. He gonna still make his money, do it. It's gonna still be people that's gonna be like, I don't care that you proffered. I don't care what it means. It's that. And that's cool, because again, we don't okay, I got you. He ain't never did Fed time though, did he? I thought that was a state case, because I thought I saw a paper. But you know what I'm saying? So it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And when it comes, like, it's just weird. So this is my video. Oh, it's too small. That's too small. All right. So bam, let me play this real quick. Oh yeah, he definitely, like I said, this is not, that's why I just don't understand why his team didn't just say, yo, like, don't even address it. I just don't understand. Like, don't even address it. Okay, bam. This is another part that y'all will find in the transcript too. So remember, the whole thing was about this phone, and then Ralo made the post, or Ralo or his team made the post like, yo, I don't use my iPhone, I only use a flip phone. Well, the transcript actually said they seized 5 phones. And when we know that, right? Because we saw the paperwork with the actual list of everything. But in the transcripts, they said they reviewed 5 phones. This is, and I still stand on providing, like, to be honest, just provide that answer, because in this document, let me find out. Matter of fact, I need to find out exactly what document that is. Oh, okay, gotcha. Let me find the one document about the phones. And I feel like if he would have just addressed the question at hand originally, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't even be here. Like, it wouldn't even be, none of this. Okay, what did it say? All right, what page is that? 166. And look, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. Hopefully, this is gonna be this, because it's really not much more to say, right? It's just, you know, to each his own with it. But it is what it is. It's just don't talk about it no more. It's just all that, because at the end of the day, for those who don't know, and this can really like be something if it's not real. You know what I'm saying? To say a lawyer did it, so a lawyer falsifying documents, that's crazy. What was I looking for just now? Dang, I just really had lost my train of thought. Oh, that's what I was going. I'm gonna say, dang. All right, put that back up. So let's read this document. So if we start at, okay, I'm just gonna start at the top. It says the obtaining the information about Mr. Jones and Mr. Yoshi, and when the sort of formulates. Obviously, on July the 24th, the same day that you are told why are we doing your ass, why are we going forward here? If my notes are correct or my memory is correct, that's the same day of the interview with Mr. Hart, where the questions about Mr. Yoshi are a whole lot more pointed and directed than the questions asked by Mr. Buchanan at Mr. Muhammad's meeting. Those are questions are a bit different. I don't know that they rise to the level, but there's a whole lot more information that is obtained about Mr. Yoshi and his involvement in the case around June the 6th to the time that we get down to July 24th. To me, those are some of the key dates. And then, of course, we have Mr. Jones is not arrested until about a month later. I think the superseding indictment is returned on the 16th of August. Mr. Buchanan, I believe that's correct. And Mr. Jones is arrested 4 days after that. The court, okay. So if I tentatively set it down for the 8th or the 9th, everybody's good. All right. Oh, shoot. I started backwards. God dang it. My bad, y'all. I just realized I'm starting backwards. All right. So if we back up and go to the page before, well, hold on. Before I even get in, what page is that? 64, 65, 63, 62. Dang. Okay. Let's start at 61. And yes, I went through and I just saved some of the pages that stood out to me. But definitely, if you're into it, definitely go read it. All right. So let's just start here. Here we go. This is what I was referring to, right? If indeed, right, that's supposed to be real paperwork, why, if you start on 161, page 161, line 6, it says, and one of the issues that I have had in dash dash the questions I've had in the case concerns paragraph 19 of the proffer. And I don't remember seeing any dash dash, maybe I missed it, dash dash. I don't recall seeing any exclusionary topics in the proffer letter, such as we don't ask Mr. Davis about X, but the report at page 19 talks about this was an agreement that we had. And so I think that the investigative events just prior to and immediately following the June 6th interview needs to be more fleshed out, because I think that the government's knowledge about those matters is relevant to the court's fact finding. Then it says, and still is it the case here? Is this what the evidence is? That Judge Salinas did a search warrant for the phones, but the phones were not assessed until I think now we know the date was June 11th, probably because they were password protected. I said he was. All right, so bam. So again, these have never been called fake. So if we talking about page 19, we only saw those documents that Akademiks posted was just two pages. And let me pull that back up. Just 2 pages. So like I said, y'all can come to y'all own understanding, conclusions, whatever. But I definitely said it's cap on them pages because it's not even the right form. It's not even the right amount of info. It doesn't even line up. Like I said, it doesn't even line up to what was shared with us on the website. And I might pull it up. This is it's page 1 and page 2. It is not 19 pages. Like I said, I think those are all right. 2 pages. But according to these undisputed transcripts, right, it don't say that it was 2 pages. It says it was at least 19 pages. Now, as far as the phones, right? So another allegation that was made was that the phones were unlocked in person during the proffer interview. On page 162, if you look at line 2, let me pull it back up. Line 2, it says Mr. Buchanan, did a physical extraction in April. By April 18th, it's a 1-page exhibit. The court, but that is Mr. Buchanan. If I see that, the court, exhibit 16, that was June 11th. Mr. Buchanan, June 11th, after the search warrant on May 7th, the court. As a matter of fact, if we go back to that paperwork, oh, shoot, y'all still on the paperwork. My bad. I thought y'all was on the document. My bad. If we go back, this search warrant is from February 20, 2018. But they're saying it was a search warrant in May, too. I don't know about that one. But nevertheless. All right. So, line 9. The court, okay, but it was the result of the phones were not searched as a result of, his phones might have been searched as a result of the search warrant, but there was a consent to search, an intervening consent to search with the passcode that was received on June the 6th. Then it goes on to say, Mr. Buchanan, and that consent was followed by a physical review of the phone with the agents with Mr. Davis. The court, I got it. I understand. Mr. Buchanan, okay. The court, I understand that, but those events I need to take testimony on, because what the government knew in between June the 4th and June the 11th, June the 12th, when the phone is assessed, is there are evidentiary gaps, and given the given the statement in paragraph 19 of the 302 concerning Mr. Davis, I need further explanation for that. That's the one where we're talking about the source of the marijuana, and Mr. Yoshi says that's what, and then go to about to go to page 63. R dash dash dash. That's what we previously agreed we wouldn't be talking about. So, if we align with the info that was put out, it does say that Ralo said that he was not going to talk about the plug. It says here that it was pushed by his lawyer in the meeting. Okay, in the meeting. And again, it referenced Form 302. If we continue on, line 3. So I think that the agents can be questioned about those events to the extent, that the government is, has an independent source, inevitable discovery. I know this is not a Fourth Amendment issue, but we're going to, dealing with what's in the phone. And then, I said before that this is an unusual case. Then it says, you seen the Williams case where the trial lawyer is conflicted. And in almost all the cases that I've read, it's always the guy who is representing the defendant and is under conflict. Now, this is still talking, allegedly, right? It says here, we have a conflicted lawyer and obviously a non-conflicting lawyer. And the question for me, again, is let's just assume for the moment that the government knew sometime before the date that the government chooses, October the 5th, is the date that is knew that Mr. Yoshi was conflicted. And then what is remedy? And how do we deal with the fact that on at least July the 24th, Mr. Steele, you find out for the first time that Mr. Yoshi took Mr. Davis to a proffer session that you didn't know anything about. And you also find out that you were obviously plea negotiations at the point in time. And let me backtrack what I just said. That is the judge talking. I'm sorry, not Mr. Steele. That was the judge. All right, next page. And I'm only going through like 2 more pages. And then, like I said, the link, y'all go check it out. Look, it's clarifying a lot of things. 64. Not have known because that's the date that Mr. Buchanan says, why are we doing this? Why are we going in front of Judge Brown to talk about a bond if he's going to plead guilty and he's going to obviously get more than the 2 years that he's been already at the time, the 6 months that he's been in jail. Now, I will say you can, like I said, go in Pacer and check the dates on when that bond request was put in. And then again, just verify this. Read it, verify it to what you can see. I'm at line 7. And so, in terms of any remedy or any mitigation, that all impacts in how I view the case and how I have dealt with the case. So because at least by the date, and again, this is an unusual case because it's usually only the one lawyer who's conflicted representing the defendant, who obviously is not in a position to turn to his client and say, I have a conflict. But at some point in time, and I don't know if there's any case law out there, at some point in time, the Davis team is on notice that there's a problem here. What happened here? And so I need to wrestle with that. But right now, I think I need to hear evidence about what the agents knew and the timing of what they discovered right before and right after the proffer session, because I think that there is evidentiary gap there, as I have discussed. I hate that they say it like that. All right, go to the next page. Now, why is it saying my phone is like? All right, so it says, did I already read this? Okay. Oh no, did I read this already? Okay. Yeah, I think I read that already. All right, hold on. Yeah, I read it. All right, let me go to another page. And then I think we kind of covered the bulk of the points. I did that one. I want to get to the point where it talks about. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. All that children fun. Is this where I want to start at? Let me see. All right, so let me get to. I kind of want to. All right, let's get to this because I think this was on the phone call. Page 154 for those who's following along. United States filed its motion noting the conflict, and there later filed the brief that really fleshed out the conflict. So, Your Honor, I don't believe that this is a situation, as Mr. Steele has argued, that Mr. Davis has sort of been kept from moving his case along because of the conflict. His conflict arose, and it was the government that put it forth to Mr. Steele and Mr. Yoshi and raised it before the court. And further, Your Honor, we do acknowledge that Mr. Yoshi had a conflict and that Mr. Yoshi brought Mr. Davis in for a proffer. And that's why, as is acknowledged in Mr. Steele's motion, we have informed him that we won't use, here we go, y'all listen, we won't use any of the information that came out of that proffer. Now he wants to go a step further and say that we can't use information that came out of the consent for the phone for which we had a search warrant as well. But the government has taken the precautions to raise this in a timely fashion to raise the conflict to Mr. Steele and to Mr. Yoshi. I think the court would, and I frankly, is not something that we came easily in sort of finding that this lawyer was not just a lawyer, but had a conflict. But even, at the mention of a conflict, Mr. Steele objected. And now, the idea is that it was a conflict, but it wasn't a non-waivable conflict. It was just an issue with him being on. Being on, dang, I didn't say 155. So let me see. Him being on, let me look at my screen. On the marijuana business. So what is it again? So it says it was just an issue with him being on the marijuana business. So in summary, it does say that Manu Jones, which is defendant 13, was joint owners with the lawyer Yoshi in a marijuana business in Oregon, not California. It was in Oregon, and this is in these documents here. All right. Let me see. Last page, y'all, that we're gonna talk about, and I think that kind of sum it up. All right, so it's right here at the top. On July 24th, Mr. Steele was on notice, and Mr. Yoshi as well, about Mr. Davis' cooperation, because that's when I'm inquiring of them as to why we're having another hearing. And I know that it's my understanding he intends to plead and cooperate. Now, it's another, dang, let me find that page real quick, because there's another page that's important to me to say. Maybe one of the earlier pages. All right, because one of the pages, let me see how long it's going to take me to find it real quick. Because one of the pages in here, it goes into details about why they were trying to make sure it wasn't leaked out. because of safety concerns and all that. But I can't find it off the top of my head, and I don't want to hold it up too long looking for it. So again, y'all, like I told y'all, the reason why, like I said, even without reading the transcripts, because remember, when I did my research on that paperwork, and I'm only talking about the FBI forms, the 1 and 2, right? I didn't even compare it to the transcripts. I literally took it against the excerpt from chapter 26 that was posted on Fam America website, right? And what we heard in both conversations. Now, I will point out, and matter of fact, I'll play it real quick. My conversation with 1090 Jake last night or this morning on Clubhouse. And talking with him, I wanted to point out something too. But I'm going to let y'all, just in case y'all haven't heard it, I'm going to let y'all hear it first. As soon as these commercials stop. All right, we done cover a lot. And we ain't even been on here that long. I thought we was on here longer. But y'all know I got an event to go to. But we're going to finish this. And then I'm going to see, if y'all want to say something. And y'all already know. Regardless, I know I've been at 1090 Jake's throat this week. But I am definitely a supporter of his content. And that's why I've been at his throat. But nevertheless, I definitely had to ask him the question that everybody was wondering. Is Mickey really going to bring it up? Well, let's take a listen. And again, shout out to everybody that supports your girl and rock with your girl and all that good stuff, okay? And make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get it.
Mickey, what up? What's up? Yo, 1090 Jake, I got a question for you. What's up? Were you aware about the Ralo paperwork, the FBI forms, page 1 and 2 was fake? No, I'm not aware of any fake documents. Did you see them? Because I know Akademiks shared them. I don't know if you shared them, but Akademiks did. Have you heard about them? No, I haven't heard about any documents being fake. So let me ask you this: when you did your video on the Ralo thing, right? I was kind of disappointed because I definitely watch your channel. You know what I'm saying? And I even did your actual paperwork at one point. And, I know who this is. Yeah. I know who this is. Now. Okay. So, when you were like, you kind of slid past the proffer thing to me, right? And I was kind of like, huh? Because I know in your own case, you went in on your co-defendant that had the proffer that ended up snitching on you. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you really address that in the Ralo situation? Well, because he admitted that he cooperated. That was the thing, is when I spoke to him, it wasn't a matter of did he give a proffer. It was a matter of what information he gave. So he said, yes, I gave the proffer, but I was trying to give false information because I had somebody willing to take the charge. Versus and mind you, I never even really went off on my co-defendant. I used to have a lot of hatred for my co-defendant in prison and hope that I ran into him. But when I got out, I looked him up at some point in time, and I saw that he had a daughter. He had a regular job, and he wasn't putting on the front like he was a gangster. My co-defendant ended up getting brought up when somebody else started covering my case. And that's how all of his information got put out. I never actually blasted my own co-defendant. But as far as the Ralo situation, it wasn't a matter of if he gave a proffer. It was the information that he actually gave. And he was saying, yeah, I was trying to give them information, but it was fake shit. I was going to make up a whole story and pay somebody to take it. And they said that the feds weren't even interested in his story. They wanted to know about the murders and the shootings.
So let me ask you this then, because in the transcripts that was dropped from John Doe, it goes into detail saying that he talked about multiple different things in the city. The paperwork that was dropped that supposedly had been from the FBI said that he ain't even say nothing about that. He only talked about himself. You don't think that was strange when technically from the definition of a proffer is to tell the whole story truthfully and it can't be used against you?
Well, that was the thing, is the negotiations of his proffer were already broke because of the lawyer that he had, because the lawyer was alleged to be his plug. So they already weren't cooperating with the grounds of the proffer. Now, what you're saying is when it said that he knew about heroin, methamphetamines, this, that, and the third. And the thing is, That wasn't the prosecutor saying that. That was his own lawyer saying that. So his own lawyer was trying to make it sound like, yeah, he knows about this, he knows about that, this and that. And the next thing they said was, well, he's not answering questions.
Angel Soft toilet paper is strong.
So, but in that, and this is another thing, right? So the lawyer that was saying that at the time in that hearing is his lawyer today. It's not even a lawyer that was accusing to be like part of the whole situation. So you don't think that's strange for that lawyer just to throw that out there if that really wasn't part of it?
Well, that was the lawyer that took over for him. So his initial lawyer wasn't trying to have him speak on the supplies, the this and that, the how, because essentially they're saying it was coming from him. When he got the new lawyer, Brian Steele was trying to make it sound like Ralo was fucking Batman to make him look good in the court. And the most important thing that I was looking for was, because we don't have the access to everything. And I hit John Doe up, and John Doe was kind of reluctant to send me the paperwork. You know, this is the same guy that was trying to sell me the paperwork initially. So he only sent me so many documents. I did the video. He commented on my Instagram saying, I tried to send it to you. I even sent you a video of the conversation. And the fact behind that was he sent me a limited amount of documents, and he sent me a 20-second video that disappears after you listen to it. So with that, I told him multiple times, I can only include the shit that you're willing to give me. He gave me what he gave me, and then that's what I presented on YouTube.
Okay. So just last thing. Well, you say you didn't. I thought you would have had saw the documents, because that's really was my thing. Because I was like, I know 1090J, not the one I watch, is going to co-sign that document. I think you should look at it, and then I kind of want to know what you think about it, because I called cap on the FBI paperwork. It's document FD 1057. I called cap on it because it's not even the right form as it's showing it's supposed to be, and that's really what I want to talk to you about.
Well, I think the biggest, I mean, you can send me that on Instagram so I can view exactly which one you're talking about. But I think the biggest thing about this case is that the majority of the documents that we're trying to get are all sealed, and we don't have access to it. What I can say is when I spoke to Ralo, I was on the phone while he made calls, and those people didn't know I was on the phone. So I got to hear shit without them knowing that I'm even there. And he did that specifically for me to hear these things. So when he's trying to get this and get that and, figure this out and figure that out, I'm hearing these people's, what I believe is their genuine reactions, which gave an impression to me. But as far as the specific paper, I haven't heard about any paper actually being fake or anything like that. And that's the hottest thing about it, and why I couldn't stamp that he read it, because even those 167 pages, I couldn't stamp that was valid because I do not have access to it, the sealed documents.
Right. And with that, so on Pacer document 666 is a minute, it's not a transcript, but it's in mostly will point out everything that's in that transcript, not in detail though.
Well, what I looked at is the date that those transcripts, the date that happened. When I looked at it on Pacer, the same dates matched up that there was a hearing, and it said that the details of the hearing would be sealed. So I was able to see, okay, something along the lines of what this is saying definitely happened on that day. Whatever the contents of it was is sealed by the government.
Okay. I sent you those documents on IG too, that I'm talking about. And last thing here. So in your opinion, because you stand on it when you call people what you call them, I started watching you really around the Boston Richie time. So wouldn't, even though he was trying to run a play, although those documents don't say that's what he was doing, but anyway, he was trying to run a play with the government, wouldn't that still be cooperating by taking that proffer?
That would still be cooperating, but if it's planned, if he planned and he has somebody that was willing to take the fall, I would look at that in a different light. Because I broke it down like this. The same thing as if I get caught with a gun and I pay somebody to take that charge for me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha. And then on that call too,
you're not gonna be able to lie to the facts. They're gonna find holes all in your lie. Like, you're not gonna be able to lie to no facts.
and then nothing on that call. he does call one of his homeboys his co-defendants, right? K.
Well, he called more than one.
Well, I mean, y'all ain't released that part. I think it was
but that's what I'm saying. There's a couple of things I didn't release, but he called more than one.
Okay, well, the one that y'all actually released, the one that said he was gonna try to take the fall for it, that's not even the same situation with the proffer, because that guy is listed on document that he presented as trying to take the fall in December of 2017. So it was kind of like, to me, right, somebody that read what's available and all that. It was kind of like, I felt like it was a play being ran on it, because I'm like, well, that's not even the same incident that was being referred to in 2018 with this proffer. So why was that added?
I'm not sure. Man, shout out Mickey.
All right. Shout out to 1090 Jake, man. Great dialogue for sure. Let me see. I saw some comments. It say John Doe doing this for clout. Ralo ain't snitch. Read the paperwork, people. Where is the paperwork that you read that said he didn't? Yo, let me tell y'all something, right? What it do, Jennifer? So listen. So for one, I want some clarification, because like I said, you know, I had a couple of people associated with Ralo Count review my story, and you know, I even been in communication with one or two. One thing for sure, I've never put that jacket, that label on them, for sure. Never said that. What I did call it, and I call it for what it is. And from what 1090 Jake said, he called it for what it is himself, that he cooperated with the government for sure, because that's what a proffer means. Another thing is that people be getting confused. I never said any of the info that he put out was like a lie. I said it didn't add up a line. So everything he put out is not aligning with his original drop of chapter 26 excerpt and the whole pimping the feds thing. Okay. Another thing was, I'm calling cap on the document. Period. The FBI document 1 and 2, I'm definitely calling cap on it for sure, without a doubt, for sure. And the more and more that, you know, kind of is getting thrown around, because Akademiks said, oh, the lawyer was approved by Ralo to send it to me, but then Ralo putting under the status, he don't know how people getting this paperwork. The math ain't mathing on that. Now, again, does that prove that he told on somebody in particular? No, I ain't saying that. But what I am saying is, by definition, whatever story was told had to be told in full. And like I said on previous videos, the situation with the lawyer was not revealed until October of 2018. So before that time frame, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that info that's supposed to have been said in this presentation, as in the words of chapter 26, is not in those documents that was released. Leads me to even think even more that they cap. Right? So again, y'all, ain't nobody putting no jacket on them. Y'all already not call it for what it is. Corroborating, literally. I mean, he said it himself. I mean, I don't know how many other ways to kind of pose that question. Now, if he cares, right, to clear it up once and for all, without a doubt, then you know what needs to be released? That's funny. Oh, that's funny. What needs to be released is the actual proffer, like the actual proffer. Like I said, I don't know why. Like I said, I'm gonna still stand on it. Those 2 documents are capped for sure. Like I said, definitely, and it kind of. This is my question, okay? Will they ever come out and say they cap? Probably not. I doubt it. I don't know. Maybe. But my thing is this. Why release that at all? Like, why release that at all? Because it's still, I said it since the beginning. Anytime a rumor starts, if you add fuel to it, it's going to continue to burn, period. You can say at the top of your lungs 100 times what it is. I go through it every day. Y'all don't think I be having to argue with people about definitions or what? And, like, people didn't know what a safety valve was. People didn't know what, the clauses in the plea agreements. People didn't know what a proffer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally deal with people being confused about the meaning of something, right? And sometimes I let them have it, right? Sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I ain't got the time today, whatever it is, right? So it's the same thing with these situations. Like I said at the beginning, because I was in denial that this was even possible, right? But I would have had preferred Ralo to say nothing or just say, yo, y'all know, whatever, F that, don't, I ain't speaking on it, and left it alone. It's an indulging in it, right? And then with the suspicious not lining up is what's making it weird, making it seem like it's definitely more to it than what it is. I told y'all, I personally think that excerpt was thrown together last minute. It was too many grammatical errors. The same way I feel about that document, which even piqued my interest to say it was fugazi, because it was errors. It wasn't no consistency in it. And it just seems like it was put together in a panic. When in actuality, just unsealing, right? Unsealing this or whatever. To be honest, just standing on it from the start. Like, bam, this is what it is. In plain English. All this pimping the feds and all that, it just was like smoke screens. That's what I'm saying. I will give P a shout out for this. I mean, he said what he said, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Ralo definitely have the support and the strength of people to just say what it is and leave it alone. It was all this extra stuff, throwing out these weird looking documents that's not adding up. Then, like I said, I tweeted him and his team originally because I'm like, putting 1090 Jake on it was definitely a bad look, as far as if you was gonna drop some paperwork that don't look right, because we all know 1090 Jake is definitely on paperwork. Like, it's like he's the male version of what I do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I saw him and I didn't really see no paperwork, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a smoke screen for me, which then led me to look at things like, okay, what's that? So that's it. Sometimes it's just, we're in a day and age, just don't speak on it or say it and leave it alone. It have been a couple times I done said some things and I'll just say them like, I ain't talking about it no more. And that's it. Anybody got any more questions? Cause that's all I got, man. I want to address that. And I'm still whatever y'all wanna talk about. I'm open to it. It's just with, like I said, with the whole Ralo situation, it's really only one way to like sum it up at this point. It's only one way to do it, and that's only if he want to do it, because he ain't got to. Because if I'm like, it really doesn't matter, you know. I said it from day one. Just you know, put your stamp on. Don't put your stamp on it. You about to come home and deal with people on the street level. I'm pretty sure you probably got to clear that up. But as far as the internet, don't feed into it. P knew people misled the politic in all these years anyway, so he definitely don't care now. Rallo trying to adjust to his cooperation. Yeah, I get it, but to be honest, I definitely get John Doe, because y'all know I personally talked to him in regards to why he even dropped it. Um, I've said that on previous videos and stuff. One thing though, I said should have probably what was the reason why the person that gave the paperwork to John Doe, like, what was that issue? Like, that probably should have been something that could have been rectified. You know what I'm saying? I don't think at all this time per se that it would have dropped just because. You know what I'm saying? It had to be something that maybe should have been taken care of off the internet. Like, I'm gonna play something real quick. If y'all recall, it's on my story. Hold on.
Yeah, okay, you cut them off, but as you being a Muslim, bro, you supposed to keep that shit within the Ummah, bro. That shit never supposed to make the internet at all.
And like I said, that was somebody in his camp that posted that. How long ago was this? Because I posted it on my thing a minute ago. And I hit him up in the inbox. This is the same one that told me I was messy when I called Cap on our paperwork. But nevertheless, he said that the issue was they didn't know about it. And they didn't have time to clear the business or figure out what was what before it hit the internet. So that was their whole thing. Another thing I thought was weird is because Ralo manager name was dropped in that audio, and then now she's not his manager no more. Could be a coincidence, could be smoke, whatever. I definitely just felt like that was weird because I think she's been like his manager since the start. But again, I just say my little 2 cents, right? Moving forward, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Because at this point, if you're not going to drop the proffer, and even if you drop the proffer, to be honest, it's going to still be some people that's going to be looking like, nah, just to be real. And I do this day in and day out. That's just how it goes. For example, 1090 Jake, I did his paperwork, Um, and look, I think my summary was because he was a gang member, you know what I'm saying? When this lie happened that he told, that was definitely a no-no. And he was all right, cool, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Like, it don't feed into it. You said we tilt big in Atlanta, the streets we talking. I mean, right, like, don't get me wrong. I definitely understand the politics in the streets, right? Well, my streets. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I definitely understand it, but it's some things you just, it's not for outsiders to understand, if you get what I'm saying. Aaron says, what paperwork you got on Jake? I think that live is still up. I got a live actually. What's the name of that live? It's still up. You can go check it out. I did both. I did both of his cases. Well, the first one wasn't no case. I don't know if y'all remember the. It was a couple months back. It was like a lot of like YouTubers after that Boston Richie thing saying that he told and this and that. That's why I even started, because they was like, that was in the beginning when they first started saying, "Oh, you the paperwork person," and I had ran it. That's it. Well, I had to request it. I think it was alive, wasn't it? I'm looking. Yeah, I did that 2 months ago. It's called 1090 Jake's paperwork. 1090 Jake does the paperwork checkout, and I'm gonna put it in the chat, and you can go look at it. It say Ti did the commercial for We Tip Hotline. That was part of his plea, though. I mean, it doesn't change that the fact that he did the interview, but that was part of his plea. I got his paperwork too. I mean, it doesn't change that. My bad. I was trying to put the link in. But yeah, that's the link to the live that I did on 1090 J paperwork for those who had wanted to see that. Any more questions, y'all? Cause I think we're pretty good on the truth team on where everything's staying at. Um, we kind of break it down from the start to the finish. We know what it is. Like I said, as far as the P situation, I mean, he said it. I mean, he ain't what I say. He per se said this and that. I mean, he did call Cap on that incident reports. But again, I don't have those to even speak on, and that's why I didn't speak on them from the start. We just did our own little research. Um, and then as far as Ralo, look, it's just I do want to hear about this paperwork. I ain't gonna cap. I do want to know exactly what's up with that paperwork for sure. I do. That doggone, I don't even know who you are, but M3X100, you must be kin to Lamar and Arthur with that. Not Lamar, my bad, Lamar. No, yeah, Lamar be with that stuff too. Uh-uh. Look, they tried to take me down that rabbit hole. Um, yes. I hope it don't take no 12 weeks though, because that's too long. But y'all, well, a lot of y'all knew, but back when I was doing the takeoff stuff, shoot, it took weeks like that. I think it was, man, when I got them bull jiving reports back, it was like, shoot, I think they had none arrested Patrick Clark by then. Yeah. Nah, y'all just talking circles. Shout out to Texas, man. I remember when I first started, people thought I was from Texas because like all the stuff I started doing at first was from Texas. But yeah, um, Texas and Atlanta, man. Y'all, not even Texas, is Houston and Atlanta are like my top spots right now that people be like, look in this, look in that. Like I kind of feel like I live there. Now I done been to Atlanta multiple times. I've never been to Houston though, but and actually I'm about to go see Pastor Troy perform. No, I don't want nobody sidebarring. Y'all know I like Pastor Troy is still my favorite rapper. I don't care. Like play his music, I'm getting lit off top every time, no matter what. But yeah, he in the city tonight, and I'm going to go see him perform. And the crazy thing is, and I'm gonna tell y'all this story real quick. I went to see Pastor Troy so many times because he be in our city a lot. Always have, man. So many times, but I've never seen him perform because back in the day, I used to get into like, situations and never made it to the performance time because we used to get kicked out the club. But yeah. Hopefully tonight I get to see him perform for the first time. But yeah. But I saw you doing an interview of another artist named Mello who's performing, but he's gonna be there too. So I'm like, hey, I'll slide in. Um, well, to be honest though, M3 times 100, that's a long name. I'm just gonna call you M. All we need is the incident reports, to be honest. I mean, Lamar, what you want to happen? I mean, I think I'm giving it the same energy I did with all the rest of them. I mean, now this is my first one where I can't say I don't have a statement, but I mean, what kind of reaction y'all want? What y'all want us to do? I mean, cause let me see if he's trending on YouTube. Cause I think almost every YouTuber has done a video, and this is what my second one. Yeah. Shout out to Trap House Kitchen. Y'all know Trap House Kitchen used to send me so many subscribers when I first started. And right now, yo, I might have to pull up over there when I get off of here because his title got me dying, okay? His title is, oh, okay. Because I'm about to say, I think I did my part from my angle. Okay, okay. Lamar said, not me, everybody else. Trap House Kitchen got not allegedly. Then it says Migos. Then it says CEO QCP told everything. Then it got the red flags. Oh, that is funny. Okay, just like y'all did 21 Ti Gunna and Slime Team. I never did content on 21. I did do Ti content, but not on that federal case. Didn't do Gunner content and didn't do Slime Life. See? Now, why you over here putting jackets on me? I ain't even did have. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I did the whole YSL, though, as a whole, as far as people I found statements on. But, Yeah, I ain't did no Gunna. Because to me, once you really look into that YSL thing, Gunna is on the bottom of the totem pole. He's like probably the most famous one besides Thug, but he probably like a level one compared to some of them level two. I mean level tens for sure. But yeah, I call it what it is, man. Like I said, statements be different. If I can find an actual, thing, I definitely would call it like it is. You better go watch some of my old videos, But for the most part, you just gotta make sure you show, okay? Before you put jackets on people. That's it. What else? I think that's it, man. Like I said, it's a lot of people live right now. Um, hey, shout out to me. Okay, I just got to do this real quick. Shout out to me, man. Um, I done been I done been trending around these parts for like a good week or two. So I definitely appreciate it, man, because like I said, them views getting up, those subscribers getting up. And look, I want to tell y'all how much y'all rocking out with your girl. Hold on. Let me In the last 7 days, I done gained 343 subscribers. Shout out to y'all for sure. My views are definitely growing in the last 7 days. Woo! Shout out to the truth team. I gotta pull this one up. Hold up. What? Hold on. Let me see something. Is this for real? See, look at y'all. Y'all showing out. Mm, is it gonna pull up? Pull up. Mm-mm-mm. So let me do the last 7 days. In the last 7 days, I done had over 100,000 views. Shout out to y'all, man, for sure. I appreciate that, like for real, from the bottom of my heart, man. So last 7 days, over 100,000 views, over 300 new subscribers. Hey, we lit. Now got name dropped on Akademiks, okay? Now piped up the internet. Y'all been noticing? I be dropping some bombs on the internet. I be waking it up, okay? But a couple stories I don't get credit for, but I be up in there. And I should have said I wasn't even thinking. You know what? You said who is the king of it? Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know. That's a good one. They was on his helmet though. I don't think he told who. Oh, 21. Yeah, I ain't never said nothing about 21. Other than I can't find his paperwork though. I'm just gonna put that out there. But I mean, other than that, and I think that's the only reason I said something about 21 the other day was because like, how you trying to vouch for somebody else and you ain't never showed your paperwork just as far as the internet? Okay, we talking about the internet. We ain't talking about real life. Is somebody knocking on my door? Oh, I'm not sure the world. Um, yes. But to be honest, remember I woke up that Blue Da Vinci thing. Um, and to really be real, and I should have brought it to 1090 Jake attention. I really dropped the Boston Richie story first. I was 2 days before 1090 Jake, but back then I was even smaller than I am now. So, you know, he definitely put the wave to it, but your girl dropped that video first, just to put that out there. Okay. And yeah, and again, y'all, I want y'all to look. Cause I be getting the little fam goon fans over here, in my comments and stuff. But I really want y'all to really go and look at my video from the 2nd of May. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like people missing it. I was actually hurt. Y'all remember I called Cap off back. Matter of fact, before I get up off, I'm about to play that because like people don't understand. I really was in my feelings about that. I really did not believe it. You know. So yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt about that. Like, I know they need to look. They check their inbox. I was in their inbox like, yo, ain't no way. Yeah. Now, I didn't even realize. And I woke that Benzino thing back up when I dropped that audio. I be shaking it up. I ain't even gonna care. I be shaking it up. And shout out to everybody that be pulling up on me for sure. Cause we be look like I said, I know my true team people, okay? Cause y'all be the ones on my lives. I definitely get other people that be on my in my content videos, but I know y'all be on my lives. I hate listening to this, y'all.
Like we're on that one. We need an actual case, like the document number.
I was really stressed out. Thank you, Em. Make sure you come back now. Cause we be look, this a light one. We ain't gonna be live late because I got to go to on that performance. But no, we be on here for hours. Y'all see how I'm scratching my head?
So hold on, I'm reading something real quick.
If y'all was on that live,
I found whom it may be.
Lamar was panicking. Lamar, did you ever go apologize?
Let me see. I think I found who it may be too.
I was on both computers. So y'all go tell Ralo that he broke my heart because I really was trying to like this Cap.
Ain't that something? I already had this one too, and I just bought it again. Yeah, see, that's what's weird. So it got to come with something next to that. I bet you it's this guy. I bet you it's this one. And this is about to be so weird.
Boy, I was hard at work.
I found it. I found who it is.
Oh no, let's get that because I don't think that was the right person.
All right. So the person I found, and
let's get that because I don't think that was the right person. Let me get to the end when I start scratching in my head. Like,
okay, hold on, because it say the lawyer allegedly, right? It says, as far as the pro offer of June 6th of 2018, Your Honor, if you do not close the courtroom, then I think, and I would ask the court to order that we refer to that as a date that we are all aware of in a meeting rather than a pro offer, which people will know what occurs at a pro offer. And if the court would instruct the parties to do that, that would, and then it jumped from 8 to 14.
I'm playing the end.
He gonna have to call for that. He gonna have to get those documents, and he gonna have to put it. I don't see no other way around it, to be honest with you, because if he just let that linger like that, I mean, it's gonna be some that's gonna be like whatever, and there's gonna be some that's gonna be definitely looking at you crossways. I ain't gonna cap, definitely. I'm looking at the little cross. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at the little cross.
It'd be funny watching
I'm
my
looking at
kids,
a little
but
cross. I mean, all those exhibits, and to be real, and this is just being unbiased on it. Regardless if he actually took the pro off or not, all those exhibits definitely is. I can only imagine it's going to be a lot of paperwork for sure. He gonna have to cough up them papers. I mean, he gonna have to cough up them papers.
I'm like, he gonna have to
Because there's no other way. Because even like I said, even the whole situation with his plea agreement, the plea agreement doesn't have nothing about it, right?
Boy,
But
tough one.
Even Christian Hart doesn't have in his plea either. And we see that he requested his pro offer be withdrawn. So like,
but they love saying I don't read the paperwork.
You're gonna have to cough him up. I mean, the first transcript. Let me see. Because this whole time we've been on live, I've been looking for a transcript. The first one I see is in like 2019. Let me see what it mentions. Because at this point, look, I'm still holding out hope, but they don't say nothing about pro offer now.
Yeah. So y'all, I was just looking at, like I said, if y'all go look at this live, I think I went live twice that night, but this is one of the live with Hookah Anonymous was the first one, and then we got off that live, and I got on this live. Happy 6 months birthday to Mickey Truth 2022. That's the night that everybody kept coming like, yo, you looking into that Ralo paperwork? And I'm like, paperwork about what? Boy, that was a night. But like I said, so for those that be trying to think I be hating on the man, I don't. I really was definitely a fan of his. And it took me by surprise. I was on live for 5+ hours trying to figure out if it was really Cap, because I originally called Cap on it. But the math was mathing to be something else, and then at that time he hadn't dropped anything yet. I think that happened the next day. So then I was just like, what the world? So yeah, it don't be no hate. Like I said, I be unbiased. And see, that's the thing that I got to stay neutral like that because of the type of thing I do anyway. And it hurt me to my soul to have to look through paperwork on Ralo. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I don't know him in real life, but I was definitely a fan. Hurt me to my soul to have to look him up. But if I would not have been that I done spoke on him before in a good way, saying how solid he was, like literally a week before this, I said two people that's the most solid paperwork wise was Ralo and doggone Lil Baby. Dang, I still see, I'm getting upset. Every time I remember that, it just like, because at the end of the day, like I say, it's not even about the snitch. If he snitched, who he told on to me, it's about the fact, like, I would have never thought he would have even tried to run no play, to be honest. Because I always thought, yeah, the paperwork that was available, I was like, yeah, he took his time and sat down and, whatever. I never would have thought he was, in the background doing all that. Now, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think he stood on business afterwards. And why I think that is because of these documents is not right, because of the information not aligning with anything. So, but yeah, y'all don't be in my comments talking about, oh, you hating. Nah, y'all go watch that Happy 6 months birthday to Mickey Tree 2022 and see my reaction when someone came on the who came on the live and said that. I don't even remember who came on the live and was like, that was going on. But yeah. But y'all saw same way y'all thought I wasn't gonna do the peace story. Like I said, I mean, paperwork is paperwork. I leave the street politics to the streets. I don't look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? I just do the paperwork, call it a day. Break it down like I break down any other, person case. But yeah, that's what we had. Y'all, it's 11:30 my time. I gotta get up out of here. Well, I gotta get dressed and all that. And I done laid down in the bed. So I'm gonna have to cut my music on to get lit so I can get up and go to this Pastor Troy thing. So y'all got anything else before I get up out of here? Here. I think I'm gonna play my song today on my way out. Let me see what I want to hear. What I want to hear. I think I'll just play my own music. So y'all, thank y'all again. 300 plus subscribers in the last 7 days. Over 100,000 views in the last 7 days. I think I'm a little under 500,000. Okay, I just been at this thing for 6 months. Been able to talk to, or well, I was able to talk to 1090J, who I definitely am a fan of his content. Okay, and I was able to stand on business too. Okay. Name dropped by Wet 100 on Akademiks Live. Although Akademiks kind of threw me some shade, it's all good. I'm speaking into existence. And y'all remember, on this live, okay? I don't even know what the title of this live is at the moment. But on this live, I spoke it into existence. Akademiks gonna have to tap in with me. It's inedible. I probably said that wrong. But anyway, that he ain't gonna have no choice but to tap in with me at some point. He's gonna have to work with the paperwork queen for sure. So in time, right? But I appreciate every last one of y'all for putting up, sharing, commenting, listening, because y'all know I'll be yapping, okay? And I appreciate everybody. I know the people that be on my lives be genuine, because y'all know how I get down on live. I appreciate everybody that been pulling up on the content video. Y'all run me some ideas, because like I said, I don't only do snitch paperwork. Okay, for some reason just people come to me for it, but I want to get into the content for sure. We still are doing the sue surf soon as look, soon as Atlanta calm down, because it seems like we just been in Atlanta the past couple days. But yeah, sue surf and all the other people that's on that list, because remember I had told y'all I got a bunch of paperwork. Maybe we should go to New York. I think we're going to touch some New York cases. Get out the South for a minute. It's like, God dang. But nevertheless, y'all, I'm out of here. I hope y'all have a good night. Be safe, sleep tight, and holla.
Now it's the other way around. They mad because I made it out. I took the hard way. I ain't not scared for nothing. I took the hard way. Hard way. Hard way, my heart to this day. I'm really with it, my feelings in it, so please, bitch, don't play. I took the hard way. I ain't not stand nigga for nothing. I took the hard way. Hard way. Hard way, my heart to this day. I'm really with it, my feelings in it, so please, bitch, don't play. Don't play.